Nice to see you again.
Jeffy, how is it going?
Good, man.
Nice,
just
man.
tell me, firstly, before we just get into the paragliding,
Yes.
tell me just about your growing up.
Originally, I'm from Zimbabwe. I was born there, came to South Africa 2007, 2006. That's where I started working as a porter, you remember, on Lion's Head.
Yes.
Carrying paragliders up and down the
Now,
mountain.
how did that happen?
You see, I didn't even know that there was something called paragliding.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I didn't even know until I met Steph one day, working at his garden. Then he said, okay, I've got a paragliding company.
So it's Steph's fault. Eh?
Yeah. Naughty guy. So, yeah, he said, I've got a paragliding company and I work there most of the time. So he took me one day, we come to Lion's Head. That's where I started carrying his gliders up the mountain.
Yeah.
Because normally they were flying from Lion's Head. So I started doing that. So from there, 2011, that's where then I started also working with Peter Allender.
I remember.
2011.
Yeah, in the factory, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, how did that happen?
But before that, I actually went with Jacques to Wilderness.
Okay.
Jacques, because Jacques came from Joburg and he was also flying tandems here, and he said, maybe buddy, let's take a small holiday to Wilderness. Then we went there. Then suddenly said, he opened the glider and said, fly down. That's how that was actually my first flight with Jacques.
Okay.
From there, I thought, damn, this is so beautiful. It was scary, but wow, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's how then I flew. We did with Jacques, I think I did maybe nearly 10 flights.
Yeah.
On that trip that we went there.
On tandem, eh?
No, on solo.
On solo?
On solo.
Wow.
I actually did like 10, at least the 10 flights from the Junes and Mep as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ended up in the tree, but yeah, one of the flights.
Okay.
So that's.
And then your course you did, I remember. Well, before that, just to go to the factory,
Yes.
you were working in the factory.
Yes.
Did
So
you ever think that this is maybe what you want to do, to stay in the factory or not?
So when I flew with Jacques, it was nice. Then Pete said, "Hey man, I can teach you if you want to learn paragliding. Then I said yes. He said, then you have to work at my factory. So then I said for sure. Then I went to work at his factory. That's where I started actually learning to fly properly, reading the books, getting to really know what a paraglider is, doing proper ground handling now.
And I remember your first course, I was there.
Yes, you were there. You were there. We were like 6 guys there. Then Pete took us to Wilderness. Yeah. That's where we started off, and it was nice. And from there, I thought, damn, this is beautiful. I definitely like it.
Okay.
That's how it...
And now you're flying tandem. So when did you know, okay, I want to do tandem?
Man, so I started flying back then, 2011, 2014, we went to Bua. I was already on sports license. And then one day we went with Peter Allender to Porterview. It was nice. He took me on a tandem and he gave me the glider to control. Then I flew the whole way as a passenger though, but flying myself, and I thought this is nice. Then the second flight there in Porterview, then I flew with another guy from Iceland as a pilot. Wow. But that guy is a professional pilot, so yeah. Then I thought, actually this is nice. Maybe I must actually look at this and take this as a profession. So yeah, here we are, maybe 10 years, 13 years down the line. Okay. Yes.
Great, man. And just tell me your tandems, is there anything that you remember, a good experience that you can think about? And a bad experience?
Yes, for sure. Good experiences. Wow. I did one nice tandem flight in Porterview, which was really nice because I had to fly a little bit of a long distance. There are also some nice experience here on Signal where you can climb, where we climbed maybe another 700 meters from this takeoff, or nearly Table Mountain height. There's also good flights where we take off from Lion's Head, you go all the way to Table Mountain, fly a little bit there, go for landing. Those are some nice experiences, and also meeting these beautiful, nice people every time. Bad experience. Wow. There is some times when you have people that you want to fly, that want to fly. Then you try to run down the mountain. They decide, okay, now it's time to sit.
Yeah.
Then they sit for sure. Then you end up a little bit in the bush. Not a train smash that you end up breaking something. Maybe a little bit of bruises here and there, but not so bad.
Okay.
So those are some of the small little bad things.
Okay, Alois, just a last question. I know it's there's great sides in the sport, but there's some sad sides.
Yes.
And you've lost some close friends.
For sure.
That's obviously not nice. And recently, Josh. It's obviously not nice for you, eh?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you just, when you're flying, you just, I mean,
man, you see, it's a sad story because there's one day you remember I flew with Nigel.
Yes.
When
I remember
when this unfortunate event happened.
Yeah, and you were flying with him that day.
Yeah, I was flying with him, although he was in front of me and I was at the back. But I was like one of the first people, the first people to respond to him, to get to where he was. But I was actually the first person to see, actually Nigel there's a glider up on the mountain, like very high on the mountain.
Yeah.
So I was then Henrik ran up and I was running behind him. We get there. We tried to everything we can. We spent some time with him, which is very sad to think of. Wow, that's one of the sad stories. Then you happen to go and fly again, same route. Every time you pass the site where you were with Nigel on his last moments, you look and you think, sheesh.
Yeah.
It just blows your mind again.
Last question. Positive. Where do you see yourself? Carry on tandems? Do you want to go overseas? Do you want to fly comps? What's the future for Alois?
Definitely comps. It's one of my things. I definitely want to do it. I have to fly a little bit of tandem to have a little bit, to save a little bit of money, for sure. Then I can I really want to go and just fly anywhere else in Africa.
Okay.
Just to drive around, fly anywhere else in Africa and possibly overseas if the opportunity comes. But definitely at some point I have to just have fun, fly for fun every time, move everywhere around in Africa, take some people for tandems deep in Africa so that they know what paragliding is. For sure, that's my goal one of these days.